boys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Modstab. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Now, we have been playing through each character in alphabetical order, not really monetizing that or advertising that it's an A through Z style playthrough. But originally, we started doing that because of the Globe update to see whether characters were viable. Now, not much has changed, quite honestly. So what I want to do is try to take a stylistic change in this playthrough to see if maybe we can get some insight as to what's popular, what works best, and maybe just improve on the characters overall. So today we find ourselves on the Butcher. It's going to be a good time. We're just going to run around. We're going to charge people. We're going to slap them with our meat stick. And it's going to be so good. We're going to have a good time. However, before we jump in the Nexus, I do want to mention two real quick things. We do live stream currently every Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it'd be amazing to see you guys there. And we hopefully have more of those in works, depending on if I can get my work schedule to line up properly. Also, as of uploading of this video, this will be the first day we have launched our Patreon page. We're going to be doing some exclusive giveaways, and once we hit certain milestone markers, we're going to be doing some behind-the-scenes work there as well. So if you guys want to visit the Patreon, maybe subscribe, maybe just check out, see what options are available to you, feel free to visit the link in the description below. However, back to the task at hand of playing the Butcher. We'll see you guys when we get in the Nexus. All right, friends and family, today we find ourselves on the Volskaya Foundry map. On the friendly team, the Butchiboo, Nova, Abbott, Thor, Kul'dan, and Zakara, the Queen Bee. On the enemy team, also an Abathur, interesting, Genji, Zul'jin, Kira, and Nazeebo. My essence is superior. Either way, this is going to be an interesting game for the Butcher. So, as we get started, we're going to start trying to outline these things as popularity for talent traits. So at level 1, Block is the most popular talent at 34.94. Based off that percentage, you can assume that most of these are pretty close. It actually goes with a Block and then I believe Chop Meat as a secondary. And then Invigorate. Either way, they're all within just a fraction of a percentage. But Block makes sense because you want to reduce incoming damage, even if it is only on occasion. And we back out. Ooh, got a little bit of a laggy-daggy-do, but we can go ahead and do some work here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, we don't have heals, so I need to be a little more careful. Now, they did get the first little stacky-do here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Pop out to the side. Inevitably waiting for her to try to do exactly that. My Nova girl, I need you to be careful, please. I love you. That meat would be great now, but we're just gonna play it safe. We're gonna play it a little bit safe. I'm assuming based off how this pushed it, we have the Abby Dabby Doo down here, and perfect. Not worth it. Not safe, not safe. Either way, so on the Butcher, real quick, after that weird, crazy exchange, we have Hamstring, Butcher's Brand, and Relentless Onslaught. Now, you have the Hamstring, which is a straight line skill shot, does slow the enemy team, which is always great because you're an assassin and you want the assassin things to happen. Butcher's Brand, his second ability, is the way that he doth heal up. You heal every time you auto-attack whoever you put the brand on, which is great. It's a good time. It keeps you alive as an assassin. You want all the survivability, especially since you're going to be doing a lot of damage if you make sure to stack properly. And then you have his Ruthless Onslaught, which essentially is going to be his Engage. It's also going to stun them for a split second when you do connect. Now, it is pretty easy to predict as they do get a charge icon right above their face hole. So we got to play it a little bit safe there. And as you can see, his trait, you stack the meat. If you stack all the meat, you get the more damage. And if you get full stacks before you die, you keep the stacks. We're just going to get in there, just do some work. That's all we're trying to do here. Nothing too crazy. Now, it does bring us to level 4. Unrelenting Pursuit is a 54.11% favorite in this one. So, we're going to go ahead and go with that one. Reduce the cooldown of Ruthless Onslaught by 33% on impact. So, you can charge more often. What this should do is allow us to get a little bit of, kind of some sustained CC or crowd control in the middle of team fights. At least that's the goal. Taking it down by a third is pretty substantial amount of cooldown reduction. So, I mean, think of it like having a 33% cooldown reduction, which is absolutely bonkers. And we could be healing off these minions, but I do want to keep the brand, and I want to kind of give it a slow push because they are able to rotate in and push pretty well, and we want things to stack up. Now we can head in here, but I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy real quick. Get a nice little push here. And we're gonna be ready to go in. We're gonna go ahead and hit that girl because apparently that's all we can do. All right, that could have been a kill had we played that a little smarter and had our Zagara in, but we should have waited essentially for that. All right. Oh boy, cancel. That was bad. Whoopsies. My bad. So I didn't click my charge cancel quick enough there. Had I done that, I would have stopped running right about here and it would have been no death. So that was my bad. I will have to get a little bit better at making sure I pay attention to that. That does, however, bring us to a level 7 talent, which is Meat Shield at a 44% popularity rate. Ruthless Onslaught grants spell armor, which is actually really good for this team because of the Zeebs. He's going to be able to get some passive damage based off his Spooter Boys. And we just got to make sure we're paying attention to those, okay? Okay, we can go all in. I'm ready. I'm ready. We've got to be careful on who we go in. Need to get vision on who we're going in on. We want to charge in so that we can get that spell armor. Now we do have to be very careful. We're going to bring her back here. We're going to charge into her. Get that reduction. And boom, diggity dog. Good job, team. Nice kill. Nice take. And we did get 5 stacks of meat for that kill instead of just the singular 1 stack. Okay, we're going to go up here. Get this globe. We're going to have a good time charging on this big boy. Well, we're going to get that meat stack and we're going to get out. We actually didn't end up having to charge on him. I do still have my meat brand, which if we can get a slightly more stationary target, we can actually play into our favor there. Okay. Nothing too crazy. We're just getting some meat stacks, trying to do our best to get some Healy globes as well. We're going to slow him down so I can hopefully get the flapjack out of here. We're going to lure him out of here because I'm going to die. All right, baby. All right, baby. We're going to go ahead and just brand this guy. Okay. We put ourselves in a bad spot. However, we did get the objective. So I did lose a couple stacks of meat there, which is no bueno, but we did get an extra kill out of it, it looks like. As well as win the objective fight. So that's an XP bonus right there. You can see what I'm saying? We're having a good old time. Now, realistically, I should be about double my meat stacks right now if I wouldn't have died those couple times. But that's a misplay. I mean, that's part of the reason we're going through these characters in alphabetical order, seeing what's popular and what the playstyle is. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a healer, and we don't have much of a tank at all. So it's kind of an all-assassin game, and essentially you want to play Butcher as in that kind of smart rotation. He goes in, he gets a little damage, he does some work, and he pops out. We're going to go ahead and brand her. Thank you. Okay, nice little push, and we're going to play this one a little safer. He dashed. So we can get a little extra damage in on him. Rotate in, try to body block him. Got the kill, and we get the meat stacks. Nicely done. And now, this, no surprise to me, is an 82% popularity with lambs to the slaughter. I think it's just because the timing of the furnace makes it a little awkward. I don't know. The furnace obviously does more damage, but you can really lock people down. Like, for instance, right here. We're just going to lock him down. We're not going to be able to kill him, but we're going to go ahead and do some work, do some damage, and scare him away. And it does have an 83% cooldown, so maybe I should have been a little bit more frugal with that trait into securing a kill, but I did want to kind of show it off right out of the gate for you guys. Alrighty. Give me them glow. Give me them beautiful meat stacks, boys. I see you. I see you. Okay, we're going to rotate down, see if we can't help here. We just want to scare him away. That's the goal, at least. Then we can rotate back up because we want to make sure we're continuing to soak as their team is doing a really solid job of that. Added benefit of soaking with the Butcher is you are able to really kind of work on stacking that meat, sirs. And that's what you got to do. You just got to stack that meat the whole time. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and rotate down. I don't want to be split soaking with the Zeebs because he's quite frankly going to do it a lot better. We just scared him away. Got a nice little takedown here. We're going to grab our meat stacks. Just kind of scare him away. Scare him away is all we're trying to do. Nova's playing pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. We don't want to charge that because he has the dash. That's it. Now we're going to rotate down here. See if we can't get a nice little squeaky squeak on the Zeebs. And he did a good job of rotating out. So essentially all we're going to do is just try to counter push this Abathur. do our best here. Alrighty. I think the next objective is going to be popping here within the next minute or so, so we should be prepared for that, which does put their Abathur at a pretty decent advantage. Good call on camping there by the enemy team. Alrighty. We're at 143 stacks. If we played this properly, we would have already been done with stacking. And they are posing for that next objective, so we're going to go ahead and do our best to get this. Alrighty. We're going to let him take it. And we're going to rotate up. Alright, that does bring us to level 13. The most popular at 13 is Brutal Strikes at almost a 46% rate. Hamstring empowers basic attacks, so you're going to be doing some beautiful damage if you can combo as I have been up to this point. And we got a pick there. Look at that. Able to take him out pretty quickly. Now, I think the catch with that one, if I remember correctly, is you have to hit a enemy hero. Yeah. No, after hamstring, it's just hitting anything with hamstring. That's solid. Ooh. We got a root? That's intense. I haven't seen that one in a while. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get our sippy cup on. Don't worry, boys. I got the sips. Okay, we did get a nice Zebo lockdown. Oh, it's the Abathur's version of the Zebo. So we're going to go ahead and get full health. And we're going to let that Zebo just kind of do whatever it's going to do. Okay. Now we can be sneaky do here. And no abilities here, so we're just going to do this. And try to get some heals off, and we're going to see if we can't back out of that. And we did it! Oh, that was intense. That was really intense. I was not ready for that, I'm not going to lie. We're going to go ahead and get our stacks completed. So we are in a good place right now. Okay, we're just going to play safe here. Now we're going to let our Abby kind of do his work, try to heal us up, because we want to try to stay in this as long as we possibly can. Granted, we don't have a lot of health regen, so we do have to be mindful of that. Wow, that was an interesting interaction, not going to lie. I'm going to be careful of that, just let our other people keep pushing for us while our Abathur does a great job of sustaining us, healing us up. Doing a solid job, team. Doing a solid job. Really solid job here. We're going to rotate in on this backside, and we're going to go ahead and get her. Lock her down. There we go. And we got 20 seconds on our ultimate. Okay, good for you. We're going to back out because I'm going to die if I stay in that one. Ooh, baby boy. Ooh, baby boy. Ooh, baby boy. Just back out. Okay, we're able to do that, so we're going to have to back out of this one. Now, realistically, I probably should have backed right away anyways, just to get a little bit of extra sustain in this team fight. However, we're going to be able to come back here pretty solid. Now, with their Kira and Zeebs out, this is our time to kind of get in there. Genji is definitely mobile, but we can do some work. He's going to charge out, or he should charge out. Lamb to the slaughter. Bomb. Okay, he misplayed that one pretty bad. I was waiting for him to jump, then to Lamb's slaughter, but whatever. So we're going to go actually at Enrage is a great ability on this one. It is definitely a 69% popularity rate. So it is definitely the choice to go, as it does increase your attack speed when low on health. We're going to go ahead and use this to get her. We're going to go ahead and hit her with everything we got, and we're going to try to back out of the backside of this without dying. We're just going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to sippy cup up. Okay, sippy cup up. And golden. So as you guys can see, we no longer get meat stacks from minions, but we do get full stacks from enemy heroes, and we get 5 of them. Now, we do keep these guys when we die, which is great, but the more stacks you can collect, the more damage you get. I'm going to stay on the point since I'm lowest on health and least capable of doing the things there. All right, so as it stands, we have a bonus attack damage of 245, which is absolutely astonishing. It's great. That's going to mean that we're going to be able to combo people down real quick. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to grab the meat here, but we're going to go ahead and run up top with this. Just going to try to jump right in. Disable this. Charge on here. Okay, we're just going to keep doing this because we want to get that passive XP. That's the way to go. Nice take on the Genji there. All right, all right. We'll play this game. We'll play this game, baby girl. She should have left. And done. We're going to go ahead and hit this, so we're disabling it. We do collect meat stacks while we're in this, which is wonderful. I didn't actually think that was an interaction. But hey. Oh, man, Dingo, we almost got him. We're going to go ahead and take this out just to leave ourselves a little bit safer in this interaction. Okay, we're going to go for it. Just going to do a little bit of work here. And we're going to be able to stay in this one and take it out. No problem. Lambs to the slaughter, and goodbye. Didn't have the lambs to the slaughter there, so it was a little bit preemptive, but it's okay. We did what we had to get the kills. Okay, so we had to do that. We might actually be able to stay in this one. Get some work done. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just do this so we can get a little bit of life regen off of this. Keep that stacks. Okay. And we got him. There we go. Taking him out. Taking him out, boys. Putting on a clinic. Now, if that, with the Abby hat, if this guy shows up, we might be able to get some really crazy takes here. We're going to just charge in. We'll take this out. We're just going to try to stay in here. Now we're going to back out. Now we're going to back out. Nice root. Nice root. Nice root. Nice take. Nice root. It was worth it. Okay, maybe not. But it was a lot of fun to stay up in there. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. So Slaughterhouse, it gets all enemies that are chained. This is the most popular talent, like 54%. However, the next popular talent is Nexus Blade, which is a 32% pick rate, which increases basic attacks, deal damage, and they slow enemies. They haven't been clumping very well, so I'm actually not going to pick Slaughterhouse. But the Fires of Hell, which is the secondary ultimate upgrade, actually only has like a 6% popularity rate. So rather than taking Fires of Hell, most people tend to choose Nexus Blades, which is actually what we're doing in this one because it's an all assassin match. So having that slow, having that extra damage means we're going to be able to kill them a little faster. And since they don't clump up very tight, it's kind of all our advantage. We do have a passive pushing and XP happening in both top and middle lanes. We did lose a friendito there, so unfortunately, the XP gap is basically closed as far as traits are concerned or talents are concerned. And so what we need to do is get some picks so that we can grab some pressure. We're going to go ahead and rotate up here, try to see if we can't back up our ghoulish Daniel. Hey friends, I come for the kills. Okay, they're all here. They're all rotating mid. Okay, we need to rotate down bottom. Okay, we need to be prepped for this because they're going to try to push this in really hard. Alright, I'm down. So you can see that we're doing like 600 auto attacks. Alright. We're doing some pretty solid damage. We're almost able to one-hit the back lane minions, which is really solid right now. We don't really need anybody to slit. We need everybody to kind of stay in here, so. All right, goal is just keep this pushing until we get all of our friends here, because I ain't jumping on that point yet. They are down Zeebs. So maybe we can kind of just get this thing ready to go. Take these guys down would be the ideal play, and we do that without any hassle at all. We're just going to go ahead and hit him one more time and call it a day. Give me that turret and watch him walk away. Now, we do have lambs to the slaughter. So I do want to wait for anything crazy. The net does tend to be a little bit of an issue when I try to do anything too squirrely, so I got to be mindful of that. We did get that ult there. Jump on me, baby girl. No jumping, baby. No jumping, baby. We're just going to try to keep them zoned back so we can really stay on this point, because I think we're going to... Wow. We're just going to kill her. We're going to call it a day there. Wow. That was an interesting interaction, I'm not going to lie. I truly was not expecting that interaction at all. We're going in just so we can kind of see if we can't get this guy. Ooh, baby, that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. So we can go ahead and kind of... I forgot what this is technically concerned. It's like freezing the lane, essentially. So what you do is you walk up here, you kill enemies while you're waiting for your minions to push. Just going to get up here. And we're just going to let this one die just by auto attack. Pushing it up, and we're golden. Now we can follow this thing in for the win. Dude, Abby wants to be a part of this, baby. I probably realistically should have been in there, but it's okay. You missed it. That's a bummer. Okay, so we're going to kind of play it a little bit safe here. Just to make sure nothing stupid happens, because we don't want to die. You know how it is. Alrighty. Now we just need to start the sieging, friends. Start the sieging. Yes, this thing is incredible at team fighting. I'm outie, boys. See you later. Okay. Now, what we should have done there, they should have sieged this wall immediately if they wanted to go down bottom, or just completely ignore it since everybody was camping up there, and just try to stall while either the top pushes or we get that clearance right there. So they should have taken out those walls immediately rather than trying to jump onto them. But it is what it is. So we got basically no value out of that objective, minus a couple kills, which we've done a pretty solid job at thus far. Good job, team. Now, I will say, I have a really bad habit of just going in on butchers. So, I do have to... I don't have a good checks and balances, I guess, would be a great way to put it. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's just so dang fun to continue. Once you get this stacked to max, so you don't lose those stacks, it's so dang fun to just jump in and start bashing people. Now, unless we royally screw up once again, as a objective is concerned, we're gonna definitely take the W on this one. We'd have to really mess up at this point, and I've done a fair share of dying. You know, 4 deaths. That ain't no fun. We haven't done as much damage as I was hoping to kind of show off here, but it does make it a little bit harder when you are talking about no heals, no tanks, assassins only on the butcher. More specifically because they have people like Genji and Kira that can really evade everything that you do. So, you need to be either pushing all in as a team or not all in as a team. It looks like we're trying to stay off to the side, apparently. We're going to wait for Kira or Genji to jump in, and then we're going to charge them. Essentially is what our goal is in these fights. Okay. We're going to see if we can avenge her real quick. Got it. That's a good take. Okay, get the transmitter. Heal me up, friend. Drop it. Thank you. Thank you. We're going in on that, or we're not. Nice take. We're going to go in on that. No, we're not, because I don't want to die. Good job on the Abby doing some great healing there. Okay, we're going to walk up this way. We're just going to wait for them to do whatever they're going to do, but we can push this in for the win. Now, if we play this one smart, that is absolutely game. Now, I'm trying to wait to see if we can't lure him out or get our team to do a little bit more contending. Why they're not is a little bit beyond me. Their whole team is down except for their Abathur. And with more than one person, we could jump in and get this guy, no questions asked. But it looks like we're just going to try to arbitrarily push this in, which I am not comfortable soaking the damage of that. We don't need to be taking down all these things. But you know what? Ain't my call. We're just trying to play it safe, boys. Just trying to play it safe. We do have 12 seconds on our ult. Bummer. I should have just charged in anyways, knowing that we were kind of in a pretty disadvantageous position. And then got some extra soak out of the Butcher's Brand there with our Enraged trait. So I guess that's one thing I do need to be mindful of is even if I am solo, I could technically still go in on those. Interesting. Absolutely not the best display of the Butcher here. And I would say most of the reason this game has been as long as it has is actually probably because of me. In full transparency, but... Interesting choice of ult there. Nice take though, I will admit. It was a good take. It was a nice combo. Had our Gul'dan not ulted, we probably wouldn't have got that pick. And we probably wouldn't have got this one either. He's gonna die. No, he didn't die. I was thinking he was gonna die to turret, but they did a really good job of focusing it down. Now, what we should have been doing is completely ignoring this objective and then going in for the base. That would have been a guaranteed win. Or we would have pushed them off of the objective, which we would have been able to soak. So, however, that being said, I am in it, and I am going to destroy some fools. Nice take there on our Nova, doing some work. Interesting ult there on our boy. Okay, we're going to try to get in on this. See where everyone is. Now, we can stall here. We don't have enough people to really push core right now with 2 of them being down. Their Kira is out of the race, so it is just the Zeebs, Tazdingo, and their Dibbly-Doo Genji. We're just going to go ahead and do this so we can get him. We're going to go in and get this guy. Didn't quite get him. So he should have followed us in, but they did a pretty good job of pushing him back out. My hope there was to... It started off good, I should say. We were able to lambs to the slaughter their Genji, their Genji. We were able to take... Or not their Genji, their Tazdingo. Then we were able to take out their Genji. I was hoping to get one more quick cooldown on that Ruthless Onslaught to be able to take out their Zebo, because we would have been able to get a hamstring in, and then the brand would have been just about ready to go up by that time. So we might have been able to take him out had we played that one a little bit smarter, but that's on me. A lot of needless deaths in this one. I will fully, actively admit that right now. There's no point for me going that ham this late in the game. Fortunately, we did a really good job early game to kind of offset for that. This is such a long game. This is my bad. But it's okay. It does give me a lot of time to kind of test out the extent of the character, how he works in kind of each environment, at what place in the game as well. Now we need to be very careful not to stagger here, even though I just staggered prior to this, because we do have a more powerful team, I think, if we can offset since their Abathur used their ult already. So interesting interaction again with the Kira. Careful. We don't want to charge in on this until we get the objective, because then we can end it. And I'll get in the gunner seat. Because, I mean, at this point, we can take it in and end it. Just go in, boys. No ifs, ands, or buts. Get on that core. Yepers, peppers. Get in on the core, my dudes. Or we're just going to kind of brawl here needlessly. It's going to be a good time. We need to be on the core, my friend. Okay, on the core, on the core. All right. And Dunzo, Sunzo. GG. Okay, not the prettiest display of a Butcher game. However, once again, we are still learning a little bit about him as far as overall playstyle is concerned. I tend to favor ranged ADCs that are very heavy on the auto attack, because attack moving is something I've been really adamant about working on. And we were able to see some of that shine through as we were able to kind of rotate and keep attacking, trying to stay in front of somebody to body block them a little bit, slow them down. Like I said, wasn't a perfect game, but it does give us an idea of what the Butcher is capable. You could see how much damage we were doing right at the end of the game, all things considered. Now, we're going to go in here. We're going to check our talents. If you do want to follow along, this basically is the most popular build for Butcher right now. You have Block at 1, Unrelenting Pursuit at 4, Meat Shield at 7, Lambs to the Slaughter at 10, Brutal Strikes at 13, Enraged at 16, and Nexus Blades at 20. Now, all that being said and done, there's a couple things I might personally switch. I would probably go ahead and do Invigoration instead of Block in most scenarios, as having that extra reduction in combination with our other strengths would give us a little bit extra there. This one is not bad as far as cooldown is concerned. So what we'd be trying to do is kind of keep our cooldowns as low as possible with this build. And then we would go ahead and probably do Insatiable Blade rather than Meat Shield, is what I should have picked in the last game, because having that extra movement speed would have got us out of a couple of pretty bad scenarios. But everything else from there would be pretty much the same. Either way, I'm rambling a little bit too much and talking in hypotheticals and stuff, but you guys saw the game. Lots of work to improve on, but the Butcher, pretty handy friend to have in most games. With all that being said and done, remember liking, commenting, subscribing, great tools for you to get in touch with me. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, what you want to see next. If you made it this far and you are not a member of the community, please feel free to hit that subscribe button now so you can kind of hang out with us a little more often. If you are a member of the community and you have not hit the bell notification icon, do so. Why? Because we upload content every Monday through Friday, and we do live stream every Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. However, I digress. I'm going to share my filthy little cake hole, but remember, I love you guys, and we will see you next time. Toodles.